The closer you look,
the less you see.
After nearly a decade of waiting, Lionsgate's much-anticipated third installment finally has a release date. The Four Horsemen are hitting theaters on November 14, 2025, and they're expected to make a big splash at the mid-November box office. Here's a rundown of everything we know so far about Now You See Me 3 and the most exciting things to look forward to. Let's dive in. Now You See Me 3 was first announced back in 2016, but updates on the movie were sparse until recently, when a few big announcements brought the project back into the spotlight. The original Now You See Me captivated audiences with a flashy concept, a group of magicians known as the Four Horsemen pulling off daring heists using illusions, hypnosis, and sleight of hand. Despite mixed reviews, the film stood out for its clever setup, strong cast, and sharp humor, leading to a successful sequel and the start of what looked like a solid franchise. Rumors have been swirling about what Now You See Me 3 could look like, with everything from the original star-studded cast returning to a fresh story that might reboot the series. But for years, any solid news about the movie seemed to vanish, making fans wonder if it would ever happen. Now, however, new updates have confirmed that Now You See Me 3 is more than just smoke and mirrors. It's actually coming together and could hit theaters sooner than expected. One of the most exciting things about Now You See Me 3 is that most of the original cast is back for the action. Mark Ruffalo, Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, and Dave Franco are all set to reprise their roles as the masterful magician crew. While Isla Fisher wasn't in Now You See Me 2, she'll be returning for the third movie as escape artist Henley Reeves, which is a nice surprise for fans. On top of the returning cast, a few new faces have joined to make this sequel even more star-studded. Ariana Greenblatt from Barbie and Ahsoka, Justice Smith, and Dominic Sessa are all on board, though we don't know much about their roles yet. Plus, Oscar nominee Rosamund Pike is set to play an important role, though details are still unknown. While Now You See Me 3 story details haven't been revealed yet, the second movie did leave a few clues about where things might go next. The second movie wrapped up with Mark Ruffalo's character being invited to lead the Eye, a secret society of magicians, with hints that the Horsemen would also become part of the group. This setup could lead to exciting new directions, especially since some rumors suggest Now You See Me 3 might act as a soft reboot, with the Eye providing a perfect way to mix things up. According to Jesse Eisenberg, the script for the third movie keeps the quirky, clever vibe that made the first two films stand out. Eisenberg shared that having just read the script, he loves how it celebrates intelligence and is non-violent but exciting. While he didn't reveal any plot details, it's clear that Now You See Me 3 aims to recapture what made the franchise so unique and thrilling. Now You See Me 2 leaned heavily into the espionage genre, and the upcoming sequel could take that even further, with the Horsemen possibly working for the Eye to tackle socio-economic injustices on a global scale. The second movie left off on a cliffhanger, with the Horsemen finally being welcomed into the Eye, the secret society they'd been pursuing. As they descend a spiral staircase, they're about to uncover society's long-held secrets. Thaddeus shares a bit of the Eye's history, explaining that it dates back to ancient Egypt, where magicians used sleight-of-hand magic to steal from the pharaoh and give to the slaves. This mission aligns with the Horsemen's own Robin Hood-style approach, using magic to take from the rich and give to the poor. The end of Now You See Me 2 also shows some of the Eye's renowned magicians, including Thaddeus, Lee, and Alan. Now that the Horsemen are members, Now You See Me 3 has a chance to raise the stakes even higher. If it follows this direction, we might see the Horsemen use their talents to right some major global wrongs. That said, the film will need to balance the espionage aspects carefully to keep the focus on the magic that made the franchise unique in the first place. With Now You See Me 3, there's no reason Isla Fisher and Lizzie Kaplan can't both be part of the team this time around, especially since Henley's role isn't fully defined. In Now You See Me 2, the Horsemen brought in a new member, Lou LeMay, played by Lizzie Kaplan, after Isla Fisher's Henley Grant was MIA. Fisher didn't return for the sequel due to her pregnancy at the time, and the movie explained Henley's absence by saying she got fed up waiting for answers from the Eye. While this was a thin excuse for such a fan-favorite character, it means that Henley's story is still open-ended, so Fisher can easily step back into her role in Now You See Me 3. Given how well Kaplan was received, there's no reason both characters couldn't stick around for the future of the franchise. Fisher's return isn't the only casting shakeup in the new sequel. Oscar-nominated actress Rosamund Pike is joining the cast, fresh off praise for her recent roles in Saltburn and The Wheel of Time.
Time you see or even think of Janet, you're gonna picture me naked, and that's not a pretty sight.
Pike's character is still unknown, but with her acting range, she could be an intriguing villain or a powerful new ally for the Horsemen. The new cast lineup also includes some younger faces that could hint at where the franchise is headed. Ariana Greenblatt, Dominic Sessa, and Justice Smith are joining the crew, possibly as rookies who will get guidance from the Horsemen, or even as a setup for future sequels. After some early development with John M. Chu, Ruben Fleischer has now signed on as the director for Now You See Me 3, making him the third director in as many movies for the franchise. Known for films that blend action and humor, like Venom and Uncharted, Fleischer could be a great fit for this heist-filled thriller. Plus, he's no stranger to working with Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg after Zombieland, and his work on 30 Minutes or Less, an underrated heist comedy, could mean he'll help the film reconnect with its roots. Although Now You See Me 3 seems poised to dive into bigger conspiracies and espionage, Fleischer's touch might help keep it grounded in what fans love most: magicians using their craft to pull off spectacular heists.
And I want you to see one card, and not this one. That's too obvious.
Pay close attention.
That was too fast. I'll do it again. Are you ready?
Okay.
While the global intrigue and social commentary add depth, they should stay in the background to avoid losing the franchise's unique magic. Having said all this, Now You See Me 3 has big shoes to fill, especially when it comes to topping the incredible cardistry scene from the second movie and the unforgettable Parisian bank heist in the first. A huge part of what made both movies work was how they showcased impressive "how did they do that" magic tricks. Even though movies can achieve just about anything with special effects, Now You See Me still managed to wow audiences with some truly jaw-dropping moments. The cast even trained with real-life magicians to pull off certain tricks on camera, making the magic feel that much more authentic. The best tricks in the series range from massive illusions to intricate sleight-of-hand magic, and Now You See Me 3 will need to be just as bold on both fronts. With the franchise quiet for the last 8 years, there's every expectation that the third movie will ramp things up with bigger, bolder tricks than ever before. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop.